This is the 2KMC, and it's that time.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
And here were the Bulls arriving earlier at the... Well, great story, DA. Thank you. Now let's take a moment to check out our race for Rookie of the Year. Here are some of the top young talents in the game who will be recognized as the best of the best. You look at Davis. While not in the top 5 currently, he's definitely on the radar screen, and he's been playing some very solid basketball.
And while he might not be enjoying some of the success of the other rookies on that list, you can see he's already picking up on a few of the things he didn't have a grasp for early in the season.
Oh, no doubt. I think we're going to see a more confident, forceful player in the second half of the season. The best is yet to come for him.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Kyrie Irving. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Davis at the shooting guard. And for Toronto, Robinson is out there with Powell. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Ross in at the 3 spot. Here's Irving. And that one hits back iron.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results. Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game. The free throw drops for Valanciunas. And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall. In order to earn his key, he has to be dominant inside. He has that capability.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Davis finds Irving. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Doncic. In Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And the dunk by Powell.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
Now, here is Irving. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Philadelphia.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
And it's good, 2 points. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
They get it back. Aldridge. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Toughness and energy on the boards. An easy putback to show for it.
Doncic against Irving. Tries from 10. And that one is off. So the Bulls will take it the other way. 1:14 left here in the first quarter. Doncic against Richardson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Grady's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Murray surveying the D. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And so Murray nails both of them. Bulls trail by 8. And here is Irving. Some solid defense from Robinson.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. He cannot get his shots to drop.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. Jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Now, here is Irving. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Murray outside. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go. They get the rebound. And so it's Toronto going into the break. And this team has shown their toughness and determination.
What's going to separate us is how close we are.
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Toronto right now, Luka Doncic out there with DeJounte Murray. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Ross in at the small forward position. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Chicago. 8-point game. Aldridge. Powell with the steal. Doncic against Davis. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating a whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league and it's a copycat game, and so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you could say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of 1 year.
I would agree. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. And a brief look while we have the chance of a few of the hottest big men in the NBA. The leaders among centers and power forwards in field goal percentage during the last month. You look at Robinson, you know what you're going to get from him day in and day out.
And it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Yeah, Greg, this is a dependable group of low-post scorers. They have incredible touch from close range.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Powell, that's good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Irving kicks to Davis. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Valanciunas, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
You know Valanciunas can hit a three, but that 15 to 18 feet range, oh man, that's his sweet spot with shooting.
Now here is Robinson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
But even more impressively was his shot blocking. I mean, by the end, they were afraid to bring the ball anywhere near him. Can you say intimidation?
Now here's Richardson after Luka Doncic's miss. Irving passes to Valanciunas. Aldridge trying to break free. No good from Valanciunas. Toronto leading by 11. To the middle. That's tipped. 30 seconds left in the first half. Davis up top, guarded by Doncic. Davis, the pass to Valanciunas. Missed inside. For Toronto, they come in off the loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. Here's Murray. Pass to Powell. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. And so it's Toronto.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again. Well, for Toronto. And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team. There. And that.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, you must try to match his energy level first and foremost. But right now, he's just out hustling guys to the ball.
And tipping off the second half, here's Jim Boylan's 5. They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Davis is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Richardson, and it's Aldridge in at the 4 slot. Here's Murray following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Here's Doncic. True on the 14-footer. Doncic has got 9 points.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Irving against Doncic. A nice shot by Irving.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, showing that short area skill allows him to create some space.
Now, here's Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. Ross against Richardson. That one goes in. 5 points in the game.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
Outside, Davis. The pass to Aldridge. Ross against Richardson. Outside, Davis. Over Murray. And it's Davis missing.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard. 3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Bulls trail by 11. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
He's going to get it done all over the floor, outside, inside, mid-range. Irving's their man.
Outside, Robinson. Pass to Ross. Shot clock at 5. And again, it's Toronto converting.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
So it's Chicago now, after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Aldridge kicks to Richardson. Trying to get open is Davis. Robinson with the block, and he's able to get it back. With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. A look at Chicago. They're 8th in the conference and really looking to improve on the back end of the season. And, of course, there's Toronto, just a few spots below there.
And I think for Toronto, with the start they've had, they've taken what was such a hopeful preseason and turned the mood sour.
Well, it's clear they didn't do enough in the offseason to make any kind of major improvement. They're in for a long year.
Now here is Davis. After Luka Doncic's miss, here's Valanciunas. Shakes him. Toronto grabs the miss. Doncic has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 8. Here's Richardson. Good on the 13-footer. Richardson's got 8 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Here's Doncic.
Oh, and
he got it to fall.
No, wait, what? Focus from him right there. Nice play.
Yeah.
And so it's Toronto, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be right back after this. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Dwight Powell is out there with Robinson. Then it's Terrence Ross. Then there's Doncic, and it's Murray in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. They grabbed their own miss. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Hey, Chris, this year Pioneer Chuck Cooper inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Long overdue, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was the first African-American player ever to be drafted. I mean, let's just think about that. It's Jackie Robinson of basketball. He paved the way, and what he endured, and his teammates, by the way, of all colors, is well documented. And I think the Celtics need to, and I think they will retire his number 11 and have it hang up in that famed Raptors of theirs over there.
I agree. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Toronto. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Here's Aldridge. Toronto grabs the miss. Doncic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Murray against Davis. Outside Robinson. He dishes it to Murray. Over Irving. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And Toronto leads by 16.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. You have to know the scouting report. He's a threat from out there.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. 5 on the clock. Richardson. The offensive rebound. Aldridge's shot is good.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Powell. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Irving attacking. Basket counts.
Almost impossible to stop on the drive at times. I mean, Irving's penetrating ability, just remarkable.
Murray against Davis. Murray dishes to Doncic. Outside for Robinson. Pass to Murray. Davis against Doncic. Over Davis. Doncic, no good. Bulls trail by 12.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Toronto.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
The energy he played with tonight was amazing, and it paid off the most on the glass where he dominated the rebounding stats.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Murray up on top, covered by Irving. Here's Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that